That was surprisingly tame, considering the title. Hi everyone, it's me, Grant the Movie and TV Guy. Movies and TV, so we do here, and today we're talking about another Christmas movie, and that movie is a cluster funk, had to stop myself, Christmas. A Clusterfunke Christmas, which is not, Funke. It's directed by Anna Dozoka, I think her name is. And it is a spot-on parody of the Hallmark Christmas movie and Lifetime Christmas movie lineup. And this film, they mentioned at the beginning, in a comical little nod, and not the only one, that this is a film will be sponsored by Philadelphia Cream Cheese. This film centers on Holly. She is a businesswoman who the extent of her work seems to be business. Like, literally, that's like her job. She says, we have to go to the business meeting and the analytics meeting of the business and the business and the business with the getting the deal for the business of the business. That's like literally the joke in the movie, is that nobody knows what she does. And she comes to this little town. She eventually comes to this little town called Yuletown. It's a Christmas loving town. Around Christmas time, she wants to buy up with her business a little inn called the Clusterfunke Inn, which is run by the Clusterfunke sisters. Two strudel-loving gals, played by Anna Gasteyer and Rachel Dratch, who also wrote this film. And also living there is their orphaned hunky nephew, Frank, who immediately catches the eye of Holly, but of course, she's big city. Many cliches will be trampled as these two fall in love and maybe, just maybe, get everything together for the Christmas bonfire. And could Holly maybe regain her love of Christmas magic? Let's find out. Have you seen one of these movies? You have. And you know what? So have the makers of this movie, because this is a really great spoof. Clusterfunke Christmas is hilarious. I was going to come right out with it. If you miss like the age of spoof movies that are just like that scary movie kind of just dug into the ground, like really detail-oriented ones, you will love this. This is in the same league as something like Angie Tribeca more recently, or something like Wet Hot American Summer, or Children's Hospital. Like, it's that style of humor. But it really is not a movie about plot, it's a movie about the gags. And are the gags funny? Definitely. There are a lot of scenes that really work. I really loved some of the gags. I especially love a running bit about the token, what they call, like, they make a reference about the kind of the tokenism in these movies, particularly the gay best friend. There are these other characters who are non-white characters, where they make a joke about the business they run and what it's called. There's a neat... And we mentioned the Philadelphia cream cheese. What's really funny in this movie is that they make reference to the product placement as a running joke. Like, it's in there, but they're making fun of it at the same time. It kind of reminded me a little bit of Wayne's World in that way, where they'll have, like... They do, like, those calendar marker things that you'll see sometimes in Hallmark movies, where they'll do, like, this is how many days it is till Christmas. And then, like, they'll have, like, a little calendar, and they'll say, like, December 23rd. But then there will be, like, an increasingly larger stack of some kind of product. So, like, one time it's, like a tower of Cool Whip containers. And then there's, like, another where it's, like, a tower of, like, I don't know, Lysol products. I'm like, okay, it's funny. Then there's even one point where the character makes reference to, like, odorless kitty litter. And it becomes, like, a dialogue gag. Like, that's really funny. And there's little bits like that. There's another gag about a character who has a very thick Canadian accent. And they make a crack about the fact that all these Hallmark Christmas movies are shot in Canada. Which was very funny. There's a reference to characters who are so off in the background that they become kind of irrelevant. But the characters act like they've been in every single scene with them. And the characters are openly confused. Stuff like that, and it's really, really funny. And just little details. The fact that every single conversation has to do with a trauma or a betrayal. Like the lie reveal thing that's as they saw critically. There's like 17 of those in this movie, and they're all exactly the same, and it's really funny. Where they're like, "Oh, I guess you're too good for us," and like next scene, "I forgive you now." That's the kind of movie you're watching. Like it's very, very funny. There's another really great gag involving, I don't want to spoil too much. That's not even the half of it, but there's like gags involving, the jerk ex-boyfriend who comes in to interfere and who's a total tool. There's jokes about there's a lot of great references to this stuff about maybe what I need is the healing power of Christmas magic. There's like another scene where she's talking to her friend via video chat, and it's to establish that, she has no time for anybody else, and they'll have like, I'm gonna be, it's like, oh, you totally need me. I'm your, exposition dump, or whatever, exposition dump character. She goes, what? Nothing. So those gags are really funny. If there's one problem I have, however, with A Clusterfunk Christmas is, it's kind of one of those movies where it's a 90-minute movie that could have easily been 70. Like, it could have been, like, just a little shorter. I feel like it does overstay its welcome just by a hair. Like, it's kind of like an hour and a little over, maybe an hour. I would still be on board and laughing. It kind of got a little long at the end, a little bit. But, despite that, I laughed throughout, and I would still recommend this highly. I'm going to give A Clusterfunk Christmas, which is now available on demand through Comedy Central. I don't think it's anywhere else. And it's also playing now, like, probably encores on Comedy Central, the channel. Go check out A Clusterfunk Christmas. I'm sure you could buy it somewhere. Rent it. It's really good. Probably going to be on Paramount Plus eventually. Yeah, Clusterfunk Christmas. I'm going to give it 4 out of 5 stars. This is not perfect, but it's a solid comedy. And it's really good, especially if you know what they're spoofing and are, like me, are kind of guilty pleasured what they're spoofing. You'll really like this guy. Or if you like The Airplane, or more specifically like The Wet Hot American Summer, David, or even better, that They Came Together. Have you ever seen that movie? That you'd love this if you love that movie. So, yeah, 4 out of 5 stars for A Clusterfunk Christmas. I'm gonna go. Trailer Trash None, watch it on TV. Was there shawarma? No, there wasn't. So, we will be back Tuesday for The Matrix. And then next Thursday's West Side Story, and then more to come. That'll all be next time, and until next time, I'm Grant, the movie and TV guy. I see it all, I'm happy to share it with you. I love you all, I appreciate you all. I love you all, class dismissed, I love you 3000, be kind to one another. If you like this video, give it a like if you want to, give it a subscribe if you want to, give it the bell. I don't know what it does, but that's what you're supposed to do, or so I've been told. If you want to find me elsewhere, reviews, lists, and other fun stuff, you can check me out on Letterboxd.com at Grant, the movie and TV guy, where we are currently doing our second annual 25 Movies of Christmas. And that is, again, on Letterboxd.com at Grant, the movie and TV guy. Some of you already have, but even if you haven't, take care of yourself, take care of your mental health. And thank you all. Take care. Have a good rest of your weekend. Bye.